What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Washed Up, little post-game action, as I like to call it, with the one and only Tyson J. Haws. Do people even realize that's your name? Yeah, that's
I wonder how many people actually know. They're like, oh yeah, I knew that.
Probably not that many because nobody cares about you or knows anything about you.
That could be true. We're forgotten. We're washed up. So they might not even know my name is TJ either.
Nobody knows my real name.
Mr. Eric Benjamin Mika.
All right, let's jump to it. Welcome back to another Washed Up post game. I'm Eric Mika with Mr. TJ Haws. We're pumped to be breaking down tonight's just finished 104-76 win against Arizona State, the Sun Devils. We're gonna go through some segments. It's gonna be fun. We oh, look at that. We already have our first comment. I love this. Mr. Alex MacArthur, our friend. Our guy right there. He said, listening to the boys. I love that. Driving home. Just make sure you're not watching.
He must have left early if he's already in his car driving home.
That's true. That is interesting. It's an interesting call out, Alex. I'm just going to follow this tangent quickly, and then we're going to jump into the first segment. I tweeted this when we were blowing someone out recently. If you stay to the end, then you should be entered into a raffle. Something like of a blowout or of getting blown out. Maybe getting blown out, you get even cooler things at the end. I don't know. Stick it out to the end. All that being said, I never do that. I always leave like 4 minutes before everybody else so I can beat the rush.
You probably leave when it's a good game too. You're like, I just gotta get out of here.
No, but like a 12-point game, I'm out. I think a 6-point game, I think I'm out.
No, no,
anyway,
I don't believe that.
Alex, all right, he's back on. He said 30 seconds early. I don't believe that.
He must have been sprinting to his
you must have been running. Or he's got great parking. I don't know.
Yeah. He might have the underground special parking.
He's got hookups. The Jimmer, the secret tunnel Jimmer parking. All right, let's jump into it. Segment number 1, Wordle. It's our one word reaction to this game. We're gonna say it on 3, and then TJ, I'll give you the mic to explain your word, and then I'll explain mine. We'll go to segment 2. How's that sound?
It's great to me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Board.
Downhill.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Let's hear it go.
No. Downhill's a great thing. If you're a point guard, downhill's a great thing.
Okay.
It felt like I was going to do relentless too. It just felt like we had like so much just constant pressure on these guys. It just felt like it was like an avalanche. It just felt like we continued to get downhill on these guys, and we were just putting pressure on them and getting 2 feet in the paint. It just felt like there wasn't a ton of resistance tonight.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. We were texting before the end of the game. It's like, is ASU a good team or bad team? And I don't.
We just made them look bad.
Yeah, I don't think they're terrible, but we made them look terrible.
No, they're not. They're also missing a lot. They had 7 guys out. Now, I haven't done enough research to say like if those guys are like their guys, like it's a Keba being out or not. But being down 7 guys is not helpful for anything that you're trying to do.
Yep.
But I did you hear my word?
I did. Boring.
No, I said bored. I didn't say boring. It wasn't boring. It's fun to watch. Like I like watching us. I just think
what does bored mean? Is that like, oh, we're bored?
I think we're bored. Yeah, like it just kind of looks like, I don't know. We're excited. We're excited to get to like the Arizonas of the world. I don't know. Like, we're kind of playing with our food, and it kind of looked too easy. But maybe that speaks to what you just said, which is, were they just not great? Did we just look really good and we just made them look? No, I mean they won good games this year. Arizona State.
They have. I don't know, because I mean, watching the game, I texted you. We were talking about this, like assists. I feel like we have such talented guys on this team that can score at will and can all do very, very good things. Like Rob can get 2 feet in the paint almost whenever he wants.
Yeah.
You know, AJ, you know, he can do AJ things in the mid post and rise up over anybody, all this stuff. Like Richie plays extremely well out of closeouts and such. But sometimes, and like to me, especially tonight, it kind of felt like we were just, it was kind of like my turn, my turn, my turn, my turn. And when you're out there, that's boring, in my opinion. Like when you're playing, that can be a little bit boring.
Is it boring when everyone's like getting buckets though? I don't know. Like the juice felt good.
Yeah.
Like it felt like guys are getting up for each other. There were big plays.
Yes, on the assist plays, like when AJ threw the pass to, obviously that was a phenomenal play, and Rob threw it behind his back to Richie. It was just like those are the plays when you're like pumped for your teammate. You know, it's like when it's like, all right, it's your turn, go ahead. Sometimes that can, and we did it tonight, which is great. You know, we did it, but sometimes it's hard for like, you know, the Tyler Russes of the world to be like, I'm feeling involved a little bit, you know. Which he did get shots off, but I don't know. I'm going on a little bit of a rant, but it just feels like sometimes we need a little bit more like, oh yeah, everybody's kind of touching the ball. Everybody's got a feel for it. Everybody's, you know, getting good looks, but
right. I mean, we had 19 assists. I wouldn't say that's like a crazy low number, but yeah, I mean, I say bored mostly because like we're just waxing teams right now, which is a great problem to have.
We'll take being bored.
Yeah, we'll take being bored. I just think like it means we're excited for the big games. You know, I'm sure they're not thinking this way. They're going on to Saturday, and then they're going on to TCU, and then they're, you know, like they're taking one game at a time. Like they're real professionals.
Which Saturday is hard no matter what. I don't care
100%.
I don't care how good or bad Utah is, or how good or bad we are.
Yeah,
that game is always something.
It's like the line is just, it doesn't matter, right? Like all bets are off. It's just weird energy, even in the NIL like shifted landscape world where like rivalries aren't supposed to mean as much. Like I still just think there's such a weird energy, you know, going into those games, and it makes for tough battles, whether you're good or bad and the other team's good or bad. So I agree. By the way, speaking about that play, that was like, it was an instant all-timer. Like
I know.
I like when Rob threw it behind his back, I was like, okay, at least he saved it. Maybe a little unnecessary. And then I was like, oh, like there's some to it. Like it went right to Richie. And then also for the fact that it got Richie to his career high, which I think previously was held against Arizona State, which was 30. That was sweet. That was awesome.
And you could just feel like the Marriott Center loves that type of stuff.
Yes, but and that's what I mean about like we're ready for a big game, because like the place went nuts, and I know it was a great play, but like we're already up 25. Like the game is over, and the place just went insane because something fun and different happened, right?
We had some. Yeah.
All right. Number 2, this one's kind of tough, honestly. We're going to player of the game. It's kind of hard, but I think I got my guy. You ready?
Yeah, I got mine too.
3, 2, 1.
Richie Saunders.
Yeah, Richie Saunders. I'll go first. I think 31 career high. You got to give him his flowers. But he also had 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Like every shot looked awesome and felt awesome. He went 10 for 13 from the field, 6 of 8 from 3, 5 of 5 from free throws, 2 steals. I mean, like he was everywhere, and he looked good. He looked like he was having fun. And I don't know, this gets talked about a lot. We've talked about it a lot. Other talking people around BYU have said this as well. But like Richie is just rock solid, man. Like he doesn't have, you know, the games that he was having last year where he's like, it felt like the only guy kind of putting the team on his back. Not that he was. We had a obviously talented team, but like he was head and shoulders above kind of the pack leading the way, and now it's like he's got these really good other players, and so sometimes it's not his night. Tonight was his night, and you just love to see it. It looked easy, and it was all just catch and shoot rhythm. Or, I kind of had this conversation with somebody. Maybe it was you. I can't remember. No, someone today. I can't remember who it was, but I just said, like, last year it also felt, and I'm sure it's an adjustment of the league and just kind of the notoriety that he has now around the country. He probably has a harder, scouting report every single game, right? Like, people are playing him harder and they know his tendencies. But like last year, I felt like it was catch and shoot three or catch and rip floater, like literally to get to his 20 points every single night. And this year it hasn't been that effortless. Tonight it looked effortless, so I got to give him player of the game.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I've said this countless times, but like Richie, like a lot of times when you have like these career highs and a blowout win, it's like, oh, he shot the ball 27 times.
Right.
Like everything, like they were just letting him get to the basket, wide open shots. But like, this is what Richie does. This is what makes him so good. Is it's like he's gonna have 13 shots against Houston. He's gonna have 13 shots against Arizona. Like this is what he does, and he just finds ways to be super effective and productive. And like he goes 10 for 13 and 6 for 8 from three. It's like he's going to do that on a team that has, that where he's the fourth option. He's going to do it on a team when he's the first or second option. Like it's just, he's just consistent with that, which is what makes him so special. Cause he doesn't need tons of things ran for him. It's like it's like that three that Rob got him. It's like, he's just there.
Yeah.
He finds a way to be in the right spots at the right time, get a wide open look.
Talking about efficiency too, like our big three, would they have 58, 81? They outscored Arizona State. Pretty absurd. I mean, AJ gets 23 on 13 shots. Richie gets 31 on 13 shots. Rob Wright gets 27 on 15 shots. Like, I don't know. Like, everybody, when you see these super teams form and when you have like really talented players on the same team, everyone's like, oh, there's not enough balls for this, right? Like, there's not enough to go around. But like, that's as good as it gets right there. Like, that's really efficient from all three guys. And then on the other side, we hit 23 points of non-big three, right? You didn't have, a great game from Kennard. You didn't have Kaba, who, gives you your 8 to 10 because he was out, obviously. But everybody else scored except for Kostic, right? You had 8 from Russ, which is always good to see. Boscovich had 3. Boop had 2. Diamande got in there. I love seeing kind of everybody getting some time in there tonight, and everybody scored. So 23 is solid. I mean, you and I talked pregame during the day just about what is that number. I think I'm just fascinated with like what is the non-big 3 points we need to get to.
And I think we need to change points to shots for the time being, because you
like
look
shots taken by non-big three is going to be a number to pay attention to.
Yeah, because I think like you can say like, oh man, like Richie, AJ, Rob, like they scored 81. Like I think there's something to oh, we only had 7 shots for the rest of the team,
right?
And I think, I don't know if this is the right number, but I think we need to be around 70% is our big three with shots.
Okay.
And 65, 70, and 30 to 35% comes from the rest of the team. And I think if then we can start to go, okay, like what type of shots are we getting? Are we shooting right percentage? But like, in order for us to like say we need 30 points outside the big three, they have to be getting looks,
Yeah.
And so I think it's a number we should start looking for.
Just doing the math, that's you're getting deep there. That's some levels to your Evan Troy analytics right there, dude. Because there were 61 shots tonight, I think, right?
Yeah. 41 came from
61 shots, and 20 of them were, so a third were by non-Big Three. So that kind of fits.
Yeah.
66, 33 or whatever, 66.6, 33.3. And we blew them out. That'll be really interesting to pay attention to as we get to kind of the more crunch time games, the Techs and Texas Techs and Arizona and Houston's and
Iowa it's going to be interesting too, because like those teams do such a great job of just saying like, oh, this is how you beat teams. Like, we're going to take you out of certain things that you do really well at, and you're going to have to beat us in a different way.
Yeah.
And so obviously, if like tonight, what did the Big Three shoot percentage wise? I mean, it was elite, and that's great. Like, keep going to them. Let's figure that out. That's fantastic. We get 81 from them. Like, that's great. But there are going to be good teams where it's like Richie's not getting off a three. Or like we're not, like, every time AJ touches the ball, like, we're going to double him, and he's just not, we're not going to let him get into his rhythm. You're going to have to beat us in a different way. And so it's going to be different every game. And when we play the really, big elite teams, like, I think we're going to have to, there's going to be something where it's like, okay, this guy stepped up and that's why we won. Like, he helped us in ways we haven't seen.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting, as we start playing, the top half of this Big 12 and figuring that piece out.
Yeah, agreed. All right, let's hop into segment number 3. This is yours. You want to lead us out, my friend?
Yeah. I mean, we've already somewhat talked about it a little bit, but something or nothing. We score 45 points, and we have 5 assists to 9 turnovers in the first half. Something or nothing.
I don't know. I don't want to. Like, we've 30 balled these guys, right? And there was so much good.
But what we care about is winning. I mean, we care about winning. Don't get me wrong. Every win in the Big 12 is what we like. That we're not taking that for granted. But like, I mean, even in these comments, I'm just seeing like Final Four. Like, this team's going to do great things. Like, in order for us to get there and beat the really good teams, like, we're gonna have to figure out. I don't know. So
I agree. I don't love it. I think we had 19. We ended up with 19, right?
Yeah. 19 to 16.
16. We had 19 assists, 16 turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like losing the turnover battle. Like, I think that's kind of a pillar that you just don't want to lose. I don't think it was, I texted you this kind of like general feel for the game. I'm taking this down a rabbit hole, but I didn't think it was like a physicality thing. Our only game without Kaba this year was, I think, Abilene Christian, and we like barely out rebounded them, which shouldn't happen. Tonight, that wasn't an issue. Like, I felt like, let me see, total fouls 19, 20. Like, we had more fouls. I felt like that's a good thing. Like, we were chippy. We weren't letting them bully us. We were kind of pushing them around, even, at the expense of our foul count. We out rebounded them by 2, but we did out rebound them, and they had some size, right? And I think they had a bunch there towards the end. But like, I'm a little concerned about it because we had so many last game, and because they seem kind of like the way we've cleaned up our first halves, I think, in the last 2 games. Like, I think we were bored in those other games. That's why the first half we were slow. Like, truly, I do. And playing a little bit down to the level of these guys that we were playing. And then we make adjustments and we lock it in and we run away with it. It kind of feels like they're just like bored, lackadaisical errors. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to throw it to this guy who's, going to catch it and do a little handoff and then flip it right back. There was one to Beto where it happened. They just threw it straight out of bounds, right? Like, it's a little concerning. Obviously, second half was way better, but we just got to take care of the ball. Like, it, and I think AJ especially. Like, if I'm gonna be fair on my assessment of him, like, he looked great again, super efficient, 23 points on 13 shots. He shot 40% from 3 this game, which is great. He missed more free throws than I bet he has all year, but like 5 assists and 5 turnovers. And last game, I think he had 7 turnovers. Maybe it was the one before. Like, he's a little bit loose with it, and it's only going to get more physical in those big games. Like, that's why those big games are big games, is because like the refs are just going to let us go at each other, right? And who's going to get the most of that is AJ, because he's got the ball in his hands, and because he's a focal point of the offense, and because he's a national player of the year, and he's a leading scorer in the country, or top 3 or whatever. So a little bit concerned, very far from like sounding the alarm, but
for sure.
I'm going to call it or.
You're just or.
I'm right in the middle.
That's good. That's clever right there.
What's your take?
I mean, I keep reiterating this, but I just feel like these, like, how good Houston is defensively. It's like what they pride themselves on, and they defend so well together as a team, and they recruit guys that are just elite defenders, elite on-ball defenders, and
they're even better offensively this year than they've ever been.
Yeah. Like they just guard their yard. They just know how to defend and move their feet and stay in front of guys and like defend without fouling, all those things. And so I don't like, obviously these are our guys are elite one-on-one guys. There's like a small concern that it's like, I don't know, our assists. I want to see easier shots for our guys versus just like hard one-on-one looks. Because the teams that we're going to be playing are going to defend one-on-one way, 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 way better than Arizona State.
Yeah.
We won this game by 30. It's, of course that is great, but it's like, we're going to have to find ways to be like, I just gained a small advantage. I just drove. We got him in rotation a tiny bit, and then we went ping, 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 wide open shot, and it was great. And I know KY, like, that's NBA basketball, is playing out of advantages. But, I think it's going to have to be – I think we're going to have more assists. I don't think we're going to get to the end of a Houston, Arizona, Iowa State, all those games with low assists and have a win. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, you're talking about that Houston team, and it's always interesting to play against those teams that just like are known as defensive teams. And it always, you probably remember this, like it always felt like they knew all the little tricks to just like bait you, like they'd pull the chair in the post, or like they'd double from like a really weird angle in the post, or like they'd like slap you where like the ref couldn't see, like they're playing the angles, you know what I mean? And that, like, a Houston is 100% that team. They know all the tips and tricks. Like, it's not just size and length and physicality and great coaching, but like they do all those little things that, I see this comment here. They're like, hey, a bunch of those were probably fouls. And like, yeah, they probably were, but like, that's just not getting called. And good defensive teams, they prey on that. Like, sure. Hope that this gets called. It won't. Like UConn did to us in the first half. It's like it's what you call getting punked,
Yeah, and they see all that stuff too. Like, you're saying they double you at a weird angle or whatever, but like they're gonna say, okay, Eric's really good, left shoulder going right hook, putting his shoulder through their chest. Like, Eric might have 25, but he's gonna have to shoot this left-handed shot 10 times, and we're just going to make him shoot that every single time, and we're going to make these guards shoot a tough 16-footer that's contested, and that's how you're going to have to win games. And so they just make you do things that you're not comfortable doing, and they know exactly, like, okay, Rob's really good at getting to this spot. Like, he's not doing that tonight. We're going to get into these spots.
They're probably watching every single one of the turnovers going like, hey, where are these all coming from? And if there's a pattern, they're going to try and force us into those situations. Right. So it's just something to think about.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go to the chat room. Just going to throw 3 or 4 of these up here. First and foremost, Talking Balls reposted our stream.
Let's go. Talking Balls.
We got a little, Colts action in there, and I love it. I'm here for it.
It's fantastic.
I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce this account name. I don't know.
Go ahead. Give it a shot.
Pa'aneono.
It's pretty good. I think it's perfect.
But look at that. New Zealand listening to the boys. We're just getting called the boys tonight. Are we just the boys?
We're the boys.
We're just the boys, all caps. Go Cougars. Couldn't agree more myself.
What time is it in New Zealand?
I don't know. They're probably like 16 hours ahead or something. Check. Braden Shaw is there. Is that Braden Shaw commenting?
It could be Braden Shaw.
His parents are on a mission there, and he said he's there, so it could be just one more boy watching the show. The boys. I like this. This is a Final Four or bust. I don't like the or bust, honestly. It's not or bust, I don't think. I think Final Four is a pretty incredible feat, but I think we are playing at a very high level, so I like it. I'm going to throw it up there. Young J, Y5M. Let's freaking go. And then I'm going to go last one right here. Shout out my dog, Mont H4V. Yo, brother. Yo, brother. No, it's good stuff right there. We love when people are hopping in the chat. We've had some good action tonight. All right, segment number 5. Too soon. Now it's my turn. My turn to talk. I haven't been able to talk all night. You've just been hogging the mic. Do we think I want to look at his stat line tonight? Rob Wright III, 37 minutes. A lot. I know JT doesn't like that. 27 points, 9 of 15, 3 of 6 from the land of the three. He's shooting like 48% on the year, which is awesome. 6 for 6 free throws, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, only 1 turnover. If I can just look at his season averages. And then on the season, this was a kind of a point of emphasis. Gregor Bell was talking about it. Just comparison from last year. He's up in every statistic and meaningful statistics. He's shooting the ball well. He's playing really good. And you watch him and it's like no one can stay in front of this guy, right? Like
Yep.
16, almost 4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 47% from 3. Like, is it too soon to say that he won't be here next year? I tweeted this out. I'm like, my gut says he won't be. I got some heat. They're like, why are we even talking about this? I'm like, because that's what I do. I talk about things and I'm just like thinking that's what Twitter is. They're like, it's not happening. So why don't we just enjoy it? Because I can say whatever I want on Twitter. That's why. But I do wonder if he's going to be back. I said my gut says he'd either transfer or he'd be in the league. I kind of think he might be in the league, honestly. Like you look at a guy like Isaiah Collier who's had success. I know the Jazz are in a weird place, and so therefore his role, his minutes, his contributions like have been up and down. But like you see, he's a very capable player because he's so fast and because he's a good passer. Like, and he can't even shoot it, and he's found a way in. And I think he's gonna find his niche, whether it's with the Jazz or someone else. And he didn't even have, I wouldn't say like a standout career at USC. Like he went in top 10 player or something, and then he dropped and, didn't get drafted as high as he thought he would in the years leading up to that. But like he could be gone. I know he's undersized, but like he has made some really big steps and playing at a high level. And if you can pass the ball like that, shoot the ball like that, get into the paint, you say it every single episode, whenever you want, then you might have a shot. Now, big picture, like I don't know if you go in today's day and age, certainly not unless you're a first rounder or a guarantee, you have some kind of guarantee. I don't know if he's a first rounder, but is it too soon to say that there's a possibility?
There's a possibility that what?
That he's a first round draft pick.
That he's a first round draft pick. Definitely. I think there's a lot of that plays into our run in the postseason.
I think that's fair.
I think if we go Elite Eight, he's a first round pick.
That's crazy.
I believe that. I also think if he doesn't go to the NBA, he stays at BYU.
Yeah.
I just think we're paying him probably very well.
Top dollar?
Yeah, I bet he's making really good money. And
how much?
I've heard some big numbers for that kid. It breaks my heart,
Oh my gosh, it breaks your heart. Don't be a hater, bro.
No. I'm not a hater. I'm so happy for him. I really am. Truly.
Breaks your heart that you didn't get that.
breaks my heart that I'm just a few years too old.
Yeah.
But now you made me lose my train of thought.
You think he stays?
I think he stays. Like, I think what KY brings to the table as far as prepping him to be a pro, I think the jump that he's made this year, the positions that KY has put him in to be successful,
Yeah.
I think he's going. And I don't know. I don't know what BYU is paying him, but I know it's a lot. And I know that, you know, if a school is going, hey, we'll pay you, I don't even know. I bet you even if you go up to like 500 grand more, he's going, I have a better chance at becoming an NBA player with KY and his staff than, you know, collecting 500 grand more and going to figure something out elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like, he's having an unbelievable season. I bet he's thrilled going, I got 15 shots and 27 points. I'm efficient right now. I'm shooting the ball well. The ball's in my hands. I'm playing 30 to 35 minutes a game. Like, things are going well for me and they are helping me. I don't think he goes elsewhere unless he's going to league.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I take back, maybe I'm taking back the tweet, because I don't think he'd leave, because I mean, what you just said are some of the responses I got, and I think that's fair. Like, what better spot is there? Like, the money's going to be close enough, if not there, if not the most, right? And you're in a great league and you're the guy. Like, why wouldn't you just have another terrific year? But all that being said, like, I know it's a different day and age, but I've had a lot of teammates, you know, over the years, especially as a pro, that wish they would have gone earlier. Like, again, different day and age. You know, NIL is a game changer, but if your dream is to play in the NBA, you know, there is something to strike while the iron's hot. And so I think that's why it's totally fair to say it probably depends on what kind of run we have and what kind of sustained success he has. If he has these same numbers against Arizona and Iowa State and Houston, and then we go, you know, challenge for the conference championship, and then we get to the Elite Eight, like, yeah, he should go, right? But it's going to depend on that, because it's narrative, it's perception, it's timing, it's there's so many moving pieces. But regardless, he's going to be in a good place because he's a good player. I'm going to throw this in there. Carter Canyon, man, he hits us with some heat every time. Last week he hit us with the non-big three number. He said, is a Dalton Nixon type the best kind of player alongside a big three, amplifiers? I think so. Like, I think that's why I'm going to keep that up there. I think that's why Kaba is so great on this team, because he does two or three things really, really well. He stays in his lane. He's not trying to be someone else. He's not trying to post up. He's not trying to push like in transition or be a player, you know, a point forward. Like, he blocks shots. He rebounds everything. He keeps balls alive. He sets great screens, and that's it, right? Like, and so Dalton Nixon knocked down threes, defended, took charges, like, executed every, you know, never missed a play, you know, like, just always healthy, always in the right place. Like, yeah, 100%. I think that's the best kind of amplification when you have three really talented scorers and three really talented playmakers.
Yeah. I know oftentimes if you didn't watch the game and you looked at the stat sheet, you wouldn't see that guy impacted the game like they did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you go back and look at the film, like, a charge doesn't show up in the box score on ESPN. You know, it's like you're not seeing that type of stuff. You're not seeing like a hockey assist or like a tip rebound or things like that just are like hustle plays that are like winning plays, you know. That it's just the dirty work, the grunt work. Those are the guys that are like,
I mean,
really, for any team you have to have those guys.
Well, your team, that's what Dalton did, right? You guys were really good, right? Like, you were gonna get a great seed going to the tournament.
We're gonna win a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, that's what all the robots that are playing that scenario out have said. But like, you, Yoli, and Jake, that's a really talented big three, an experienced big three, and like, you didn't have room for other scorers, and so Dalton came in and made winning plays. I think that's a great comparison. All right, we got a minute for the "Are you sure about that?" and then we're gonna go to the big finish and jump out of here.
Go ahead, give your
Are you sure about that? Yeah.
All right. If again, I keep talking about the Arizonas, Iowa States, Houston's, these type of guys. Our bigs, our three bigs, right? We need 10 points collectively from our bigs if we that needs to be part of that 30 if we want to beat those teams.
So you're saying, are we sure? So 10 points from the bigs if we want to beat the Arizonas and Houstons.
Yep.
No. Are you sure about that? I'm saying, are you sure about that? No. Because honestly, that last conversation kind of got me thinking, like, there's so much that doesn't show up in the box score. We're trying, because we're fans, to wrap our heads around, like, yeah, we need 30 points out of them, which boils down to 20 shots and this many minutes and whatever, this opportunity. But it's like a lot of what Kaba, even subtle things that Kaba's doing might not show up in the box score. Like, he alters shots and total offenses just by being who he is, right? Like, guys thinking about him. It's like when I played Wembanyama, which he didn't block me for the record, but like, he might as well have blocked me like 10 times because I had to think about it every time I was close to the basket. And like a couple times I kicked it out because I'm like, I know he's somewhere. You know what I mean?
It alters your shot.
Yeah. So I think there's probably more credit that needs to be given to our role players that aren't just, always going to show up in the stats. Like, man, I hate to sound corny, but like the camaraderie and like the level of togetherness that the team has, like, that comes from bench players too. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be so easy for any of them to sulk and be pissed that they're not playing, but like, they're not. It seems like there's good vibes and there's harmony in the locker room. So I don't know. I'm not going to say we need anything in particular from our bigs to beat those guys. I think that's not really like our strength. And so, hopefully we make those teams adjust to our strength. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we had 8 points tonight from them, from our big three of bigs, our big three.
Which Kaba changes that. I think he's just understood by this offense a little bit more, and so he's getting more lobs. That's a great question.
Time will tell.
All right, the big finish. I'm just going to close out here with just going around the Big 12, what we had going on tonight. Baylor lost to Iowa State by 10. Iowa State is good, dude. I told you I talked to Justin Young today, and he was like, if it's possible for the number 3 team in the country to be underrated, like, then this is the scenario. Like, these guys are so good. So really excited about that matchup.
Yep.
Colorado beat Utah at Utah by 12. I think Colorado's kind of a sleeper. They were picked towards the bottom of the league. I think they're doing a lot better than that, overachieving a little bit. And
they're sitting at 5th.
Yeah, that's not bad.
12-3.
Yesterday, West Virginia, shout out our boy Don, our friend at West Virginia. They beat Cincinnati at Cincinnati by 2. Oklahoma State beat UCF right after they get ranked. Kind of a bummer for them. Houston, they beat Texas Tech. That was a great game. That's going to be another fun one to watch if they match up again. I can't remember if they do. And then Kansas won that overtime game, 104-100. So yeah, man, it is a talented league. I mentioned this on the BYU TV pregame. Like, it feels like this year more than last, the Big 12 is getting its flowers. Like,
yeah, 4 teams right now in the top 10. I mean,
yeah,
and Kansas, if they are what they normally are,
and UCF.
Yeah, well, 4 teams in the top 10.
Right, but I'm saying, like, and then you also have 2 that are like right, top 20, 25. Right. Like, if they're
right. I mean,
right.
7 teams ranked. Kansas, if Kansas has been number 1 in the country, seems like most 10 years, you know, it's like they're phenomenal. And so, man, the league, any road win, any win, let alone a 30-point win, is huge.
Yep. All right.
Well,
wrap us up, Tej. You got an outro for us, dude.
We appreciate you guys, fans, all the comments. We love it. We love the engagement. We also want to hear from you. Hit the Center Street Media hotline at 646-694.
Tell me about the hotline, T. Tell me about the hotline.
646-694-2538. Call us with any of your takes, questions, rants, whatever you want. We'd love to, we'd love to hear from you. Click the link tree in our bio and let us know what's on your mind.
I was gonna say that's a new addition to Center Street. So we're gonna have this hotline. Yeah, Ryan, that's right. That's right. Hotline bling. So go to Center Street Media, click on the link tree. You're gonna be able to dial it up. But yeah, this has been another washed up post game show with Center Street Media. We'll catch you the next time. Go Cougars.